What's up, everybody? My name is Johnny. Welcome to another episode of All Around Boxing. I will be giving you my review to Iron Boy 57. Let's get after it. Okay, guys, Iron Boy 57. First off, I am so glad Iron Boy is back. They are the godfathers of boxing promotions here in Arizona. I have had a couple people say it's like Iron Boy, it seems like they're a sports team here in Arizona. You know, you got the Phoenix Suns, you got the Arizona Cardinals, you got the Phoenix Rising, and then you got Iron Boy Boxing. They're like our boxing sports team, and I thought that was pretty funny, and I thought that's a pretty good compliment when it comes down to Iron Boy. Now let's talk about their event. First off, it was in the Mesa Amphitheater. Theater's nice, nice and wide. Wish the theater was a little bit tighter, just like the Celebrity Theater, but the venue was nice. It was beautiful. The weather was perfect. Definitely was a good day to do boxing outside. Now, the first fight was in the 131-pound division. It was a 4-rounder. Aaron Hollins versus Rene Moreno. Now, Aaron Hollins has fought in Arizona twice. First off, he's always treated me right. Cool guy. You know, he's lost twice here, and he's just an experienced guy, man, and I hope he gets a win soon, because I know when you travel from where he's from to Arizona and you come to lose, it's kind of kind of discourages you. And I was talking to his brother after the fight, and I didn't even know it was his brother because it was his trainer. And during the mix of the fight, his brother knew he could have done better against Moreno, but it is what it is. Rene Moreno looked fantastic in his pro debut. He's a very strong fighter, throws nothing but bombs, and he beat Aaron Hollins, and he was definitely the better fighter. My assessment on Rene Moreno, man, is he's a fighter that's gonna come at you. He's going to throw bombs, and if he connects, he's going to hurt you. And he hurt Aaron Hollins a couple times. I believe it was in the maybe fourth. Moreno hit Hollins with a couple good shots and woke him up a little bit. But it was a great fight, and it was a great fight to start the night. I would say that. So good job on the matchmaking there, Iron Boy. Now let's talk about the second fight of the night. Now the second fight had a big hype to it, and that was because Fabian Montes, a guy that has a great story, and I'm looking to talk to him and meet with him so he could get his story in my up-and-coming podcast. Yeah, coming soon. And he was facing Dan Hernandez, and this was a surprisingly tough fight for Fabian, and I was really surprised that they matched Fabian Montes with Dan Hernandez, because Dan Hernandez came to fight. That fight was it was tough for Fabian, and I heard some people say that, hey, Hernandez won. I've heard people say Montes won, and what I believe would have done justice was a draw. That's how close it was. That dude Dan Hernandez, he came to fight, and he's a tough son of a gun. But this is what Fabian Montes did, and he looks like he has a bright future ahead of him. He adjusted into the fight. It's only his first fight, so he did, obviously rookie mistakes, didn't throw a lot of punches. That's all he has to do. I mean, I think he would have shut him out, maybe not knocked Dan Hernandez out, because Dan Hernandez could fight, but I think he would have, basically beat up Dan Hernandez if he would have threw more punches, because you could tell that Fabian is a natural boxer and he's a more talented boxer. He just didn't throw enough punches. But there's no doubt that Fabian's gonna in his next fight he's gonna come. He's gonna make a statement. And shout out to him, man. He has a good story. Hopefully, I could get it out to the world in my podcast. Okay, guys, let's talk about the third fight of the night. The third fight was against Abraham Hernandez versus Alex Ortega. It was a 4-rounder at 140 pounds. Now, I didn't know too much about Abraham Hernandez, and I didn't know too much about Alexis Ortega, but I could say Alexis Ortega, a local boy, that dude, he knows how to fight. He lot of power punches, very technical. You could tell his coaches are showing him just the basics of boxing, and he beat Abraham Hernandez and knocked him down. There's no doubt that Alexis Ortega is going to be successful, especially here in Arizona and moving on forward, especially if his coaches are still teaching him the basics, because he looked like a boxer that just knows how to box. He threw his jab right. He threw his power punches right. The only thing that I didn't like Alexis doing is he the first round, man, he was just trying to take him out. He made the rookie mistake of throwing bunches or punches and bunches, and kind of got tired out a little bit. I kind of was screaming, slow down to him, and I hope maybe he listened to me or not, but he did slow down. But yeah, man, that's the only thing I didn't like about him. He got over anxious, but he beat him. He knocked him down, and shout out to Alexis Ortega. Now let's talk about the fourth fight of the night. Okay, now let's talk about this guy, Ryan Riddell. Ryan Riddell, you people do not know how good this guy is. The Riddells in general are very talented. From Danny to Tim to I forgot the other brother's name, Brandon. They were all good as pros. But Ryan, man, he's the youngest. He's the golden child. He's the one that I believe, is gonna stay dedicated and really get a title shot. I believe that Ryan Riddell has a good chance of becoming a world champion. I understand that he fought what's his name, Pablo Bartes, and this guy he stood no chance against Ryan. They matched him up with him, and I understand this was a fight just to get him in. But please, Ryan, man, I'm tired of seeing you with these no offense, lesser fighters, just to be nice about it. You are a very talented fighter, and you deserve to fight other fighters that are good, just so people could appreciate your skill. So shout out to Ryan Riddell, shout out to his family, shout out to his dad too. They just had a family member pass away, and I won't get in detail because I know that's family stuff and I don't want to put out in the public, but my condolences to the Riddells for losing someone really close into their family. That fight was dedicated to that individual. So shout out to the Riddell, shout out to Ryan. Great job. You look good. I just want you to I'll just say I just want you to fight better competition. Okay, guys, let's talk about the main event of the night. The main event was a 6-rounder at 135 pounds. It was Hermann Meras versus Tomas Valdez. Now, Tomas Valdez, he's the cousin of Oscar Valdez, and he was actually there at the fight supporting his cousin. Now, this fight definitely was not a fan-friendly. I'm going to be real honest with you. It was, the fans kind of got a little anxious, and it is what it was. It was a fight that took its time, and it was a fight that if you're a boxing fan, you had to appreciate the technical skills of it, and it could have been a better if maybe more punches were thrown. But Tomas Valdez got the W. The reason I believe, and I just found out too actually by talking to Oscar Valdez, the reason why the fight kind of went how it went was Tomas Valdez hasn't fought in a while, so I think he was just getting warmed up. I think it was a lot of ring rust, so there's no doubt in my mind that Tomas Valdez will come back and be a little bit more exciting fighter for the fans. Now, I asked Oscar Valdez of what his cousin could have done better, and I even asked Tomas that, and he said exactly what I said, throwing more punches, throwing more combinations, and I think they know that his performance wasn't as good as it could be, because Tomas Valdez, he comes from a great family of the Valdezes, and they have great technical skills, so you just got to work a couple things, get another fight, and obviously stay active and he'll bounce back. He just needs to get that ring rust off of him. All right, guys, shout out to Oscar Valdez for giving me a conversation. That interview will be up probably tonight, if not tomorrow morning. He actually signed my Iron Boy credential. If you guys could see that, I got Oscar Valdez's signature. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming back to Arizona. We always appreciate when champions like you and David Benavides and Jose Benavides Jr. come back and show love, especially to Iron Boy. When no one was really doing boxing, they were the ones that were putting fighters out, and they're the godfathers of boxing promotions. Tip your hat to them because they're consistent, man, and they put shows that have a nice finesse. I was actually talking to Robert after the fight, and he's an artist, man. He's an artist when it comes down to promotions. He wants things a certain way. He wants the event to be a certain way. He wants it to be produced a certain way, and he's reached a level of boxing. When you go to an Iron Boy boxing event, there's a standard, and it has to look a certain way. And that has to do with him being with Top Rank PBC and all these other promotions that he's worked with. And he knows what good shows look like. And yeah, man, he put another nice looking show together. So shout out to Roberto Vargas, man, for coming back and putting on an awesome, nice show, good looking, great event, great venue. So Iron Boy, thank you for coming back. And I love that there's other promotional companies now too, because, man, this was a great week of boxing. There was PBC on last Saturday. There was Thunderbolt Boxing on Wednesday. And this Saturday, there's Iron Boy. This week has been awesome, especially for a fight fan like me. Okay, guys, there is my review on Iron Boy 57. Please like, share, and subscribe to All Around Boxing TV. If you guys have any comments or any suggestions, put it down in the comment section. I'm going to be doing another review on the post Crawford Sean Porter fight. So thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of All Around Boxing TV.